Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you for coming in. I'm here to talk to you today about Chiron retrograde in Aries. I will do a collective reading and a little bit of an intro. If you want to jump ahead to the collective reading, I'll put a timestamp in the description box below. I have done a lot of talking and reads around Chiron energy and what it means in your chart and what it means in the collective. But I wanted to go a little bit into the mythology of Chiron, because it's actually very interesting as it plays into the surrounding astrology right now. First of all, we have Chiron retrograde in Aries. Chiron retrogrades a lot, but not always at the same time and in the same sign as Saturn and Neptune, which are also retrograde in Aries right now. So there's quite an amplification of, well, we'll get into that part in just a minute. I'm getting that flow that I get when I'm talking about astrology. Okay, let's talk first about the mythology. In Greek mythology, Chiron is the wounded healer. He was actually a very gifted and knowledgeable healer. He was able to use plants and herbs and all kinds of things. He had all the wisdom, all the tools, all the power to be able to heal. And then accidentally, he was wounded. Not mortally, actually. He couldn't die, but he also couldn't heal himself. All of what he knew, all of his abilities and his to heal other people, and his wisdom and his knowledge, he could not use his gifts to heal himself. And in mythology, Chiron's wife is Chariclo. Chariclo is like a wood nymph, but also a healer. And it was through her patience and empathy and understanding and, yes, love, that Chiron was able to transmute his wounds into empathetic healing for the collective, using what he had learned through the patience and nurturing of his wife Chariclo through love, to transmute all of that into healing energy. Chiron is an asteroid, as is Chariclo. And right now, Chiron is in the masculine energy of Mars. Chariclo is in Aries, it's in Aquarius, where Pluto is right now. And Pluto is about past lives. It's about the collective unconscious. It's a very, very deep change that's occurring. But contrary to popular belief, what Chariclo and Chiron teach us is that healing does not happen in isolation. In fact, if healing happens at all, again, what Chiron teaches us is transmutation of the experiences of being alive that all of us incur. That's the entire point. I don't understand where there became this dominant knowledge that we're to get through life without any kind of pain or growth or learning or difficulty. It's all about, right now, it seems, in the collective energy, it's all about trying to understand how to not have that happen, how to not experience the full spectrum of emotional possibility, which is not only preposterous, but a crying shame, because really that's the soul's path in the human form. We're here to be in it. So the language around the idea at Chiron, again, we're talking about the wounded healer. So the language around the idea of you have to heal, there are these wounds, there's this shadow work and pain and broken, and that's all the psyche hears. But in fact, what's happening is that your heart is open and engaged in the experience of being alive. And it is through love, not through isolation, that transmutation of wisdom occurs. Because soulmates come together like Chariclo and Chiron to use their love as a healing energy in the collective. There is a point to love. It's not just a selfish exchange between two people. The energy created in the environment of love is emitted out into the collective, and it brings about the healing. And that's only done through the vulnerability of an open heart. Chiron was not used to being vulnerable because he was the healer. And when the vulnerability settled in that he did not have the ability to heal himself, it was going to take love. It was going to take patience and understanding. And that's so cool, because right now we have Jupiter and Venus in Cancer, the cardinal water sign. It is the embodiment in its highest form of patience and empathy and unconditional love. because that, in fact, is the only thing that is healing. So we have that Mars energy of Aries in Neptune, in Saturn, in Chiron, and we have Aries opposite sign of Libra, fellow cardinal to Aries and Cancer, in Mars, masculine energy. Now Venus rules Libra. Calm down, I'm speaking too fast. So we have Venus and Mars coming together again. Last year, the North and South Node, the collective points of destiny, were also in Aries and Libra, along with some pretty spectacular eclipses. Venus and Mars in action, activating the soulmate energy. And this year, the North and South Node moved into Virgo and Pisces, which is the axis of sacred service. It's the axis of unconditional love and healing. So for this to be occurring with Chiron right now, and Jupiter and Venus in Cancer, is pretty incredible. We also have the Sun in Leo, which is all about courage and integrity to the heart. So that's what all of those planets that are retrograding in Aries right now at the beginning of the year are going to go direct. There's so much around that we'll get into as that gets closer, of course. But let's jump into the collective reading. It's still a general reading. It's for anybody, any sign. You won't resonate with everything that I say, of course, because it is a general reading. So I've been getting itchy nose with heavy intuition lately. But anyway, take what resonates for you and leave behind, of course. If anybody else appears in the spread, the energy can always be vice versa or interchangeable. All right, let's get into it with the wisdom of the oracle. What do you need to know? The eternal why. Could be looking back at your past and figuring out why you ended up where you're at now, why you had to go through all the experiences that you did, what wisdom was gained there. And I also like that because it kind of brings about that Virgo energy, which right now we have the South Node in Virgo, and Mars just left there. So during that Mars transit in Virgo, you could have been doing a lot of soul searching and trying to figure out again, looking at your past. What have you learned? What got you here? Those things I was talking about with Chiron. On the bottom of the deck, I see happy, happy hovering. Interesting. Let's get one more. Okay, we'll get two more. Regeneration. Beautiful. Look at that tree. It's coming back to life. So again, I'm getting very strong hermiting energy, like a lot of soul searching and a lot of transformation going on, coming back to life in some way. Orphaned energy. Okay, that's interesting. And why am I here? What led me here? You could be feeling like you're kind of standing on your own right now. Whether it is that you've had separations with family or friendship groups, a lot of people have over the past couple of years, a lot of changes. But anyway, that could be feeling like, how did I end up here? But we saw happy, happy on the bottom of the deck. So let's see where this goes. Actually, what do we need here? Yeah, we're going to start with the blue deck, which is quite rare, but we're going to do it. Let me see. What do you need to know with this Chiron retrograde? The world's about the completion of a cycle, but this can be about your whole perspective of the world and the world changing, your world changing. We'll see. Maybe it's like you're afloat in the world, because we have this orphaned energy. So it's like, what's happening? Whole new world? Let's get another one. Something wants, okay, I see you trying to sneak out. We will look. This is interesting. It's door to romance trying to sneak out. And happy, happy was hidden on the bottom of the deck. So we have you going through this process of asking some difficult questions about your own heart, about your own experiences, and going through a process of transformation. It could be that a new romantic cycle is about to start for you, possibly. I'm going to put it back because it was sneaking out. Let's get you another one. The goddess of the moon. Interesting. This always reminds me of Cancer energy. We do have Jupiter and Venus there right now. But in a few days' time, we have a full moon in Aquarius. This could be a timing, a completion of a cycle. The new moon in Aquarius would have been in Aquarius season of this year, which is also when the North and South node shifted. Okay. What else do we have? Wow. Angel of Love. This is very Cheroklo type energy, like I was saying in the intro. The Angel of Love is very, very healing, especially coming in with this moon energy. Okay. Let's get one more. We saw Door to Romance trying to sneak out. So there's this like hovering energy of love, but it doesn't fully feel physical or present. I hope that makes sense. We have the third chakra, Archangel Chamuel. This is the solar plexus chakra. This is about confidence and belief in yourself and expressing something. Speaking, maybe. Okay, yeah, we have indecision on the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's get into it with the lights here. Let me see what you're thinking about right now. The Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is the path unfolding. You're looking out at a distant possibility. And that's kind of what I was saying. Like this hovering possibility, a door to romance. The Two of Wands is kind of like a door you haven't walked through yet, but you're on the precipice. You can see how she's like sitting in her living room, looking out into the great unknown there, pondering the future, pondering the path ahead. Maybe going to take a step. Look, maybe there's the Three of Wands, from the Two to the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is like a change in the mindset. This is like having positive expectancy or now knowing what you want. Fire energy with the Two of Wands. Okay. Let me see your heart. So you're looking out at this possibility, and it may be that it requires you a lot of confidence to step onto that path or walk through the door. How do you feel? Wow, we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is self-limiting beliefs. You can see how her reflection in the mirror isn't anything like the actual reality. So whatever's going on inside her own mind is clouding her vision. It's not being able to, there's something happening here in the attitude. Okay. Something you can't see, but we do have this needing confidence. And then the Eight of Swords is self-limiting. See where that goes. What actions do you want to take? The Eight of Cups. This is my emotional pilgrimage card. The Eight of Cups is about having the courage to walk away, and that's what you're pondering maybe, to walk away from things that are not fulfilling. It's not the Ten of Cups, and ultimately that's what we want. It can be almost good enough, but not good enough. You can see how she's walking away from that small contained fire on the beach into the sunset, into the unknown again. The possibility of something greater out there. We'll see what you're walking away from. Let me see the energy surrounding you. This could be another person. You know, in the Eight of Cups, I like to say too, she's not so much walking away as walking toward, with the belief in her heart that the Ten of Cups is possible. The King of Cups. Well, the King of Cups is the cornerstone of the Ten of Cups. I call him the king of bottomless emotion. And the thing about him is that he doesn't even understand the depths of his own heart till they've been accessed. And for that to happen, it requires another person, a relationship, a delving inward. And he is too. He's got his eyes closed and his hand is like dipped in the water. It's like he's intuiting something. Okay. And following the heart. King of Cups, therefore, can be very mysterious, though. And we do have this Eight of Swords. So there could be something here where you don't really understand this person or you don't know how they feel. Let me see the challenge. Interesting. We have Leo's major arcana of the Strength card. Well, Strength is a card about courage, but it is, and we have that third chakra about needing courage to express something. It's also a card about having integrity to your heart. Maybe it takes a lot of strength for you to walk towards whatever this is. We'll see. A lot of belief in yourself. Potential outcome. We have the Five of Cups, Scorpio energy. The Five of Cups is about longing. It's about looking at things that in the past, and I got that up here in the opening message, looking at things in the past that have been spilled out, regrets, maybe your own behavior, or emotional places that you invested in that didn't yield. But behind her back is two cups that are still standing. And two cups is the soulmate energy, and also what's missing from the Eight of Cups. Eight of Swords in the heart space. There's a lot of eights. And then we have the Strength card, which is also number 8. Last year, numerically, 2024 was number 8. So this could have been that process for you as well. Okay, interesting. Let's clarify. Let's go to the Yes. Why is the Two of Wands on your mind? This is where you're looking out into the world, a potential path unfolding. Wow, Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning. This is all potential, but it's a seed that can be planted and grown. Now, this could be an offer that you want to make towards somebody that you're looking at here from the living room, from a distance. Door to romance. Let me get one more with that Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is very solid. Okay. We have the Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. The Queen of Swords is so smart. She's been through a lot. She knows a lot, and she's learned it the hard way. She's often a divorcee, so the door to romance isn't opened recklessly. Now, you could, again, be pondering somebody here and wanting to make an offer. But the swords come out to protect the heart. It's kind of like the leveling force. Okay, let's think about this and everything that we've learned. Remember Chiron. There could be with orphaned a fear of that in a situation here. It could be getting activated for you, especially if you're dealing with the King of Cups. Because, like I said, that's a very mysterious character. And also somebody who doesn't open their heart easily because of the depths of it. We'll see where it goes. Let me see the Eight of Swords in the heart. No wonder the Queen came out there. He's the one who's in charge of all these swords. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. I think that there's a part of you that doesn't trust this person at all. The Knight of Wands is somebody who follows their passion with reckless abandon. They don't necessarily worry about the outcome. They just want to engage, explore, see what happens. Coming in here with the Eight of Swords in the heart space for you. So there's something mysterious or that you can't see here with this King of Cups. And I feel like with the Queen of Swords, you're gauging that to be something you've seen before in your past, whether it was with this person or not, and you don't trust them. Let me see the Knight of Wands. The Three of Pentacles, and then I see the Fool. Okay. The Three of Pentacles is Earth energy. This could be somebody from a friendship group or somebody that you've worked with or somebody, you know this person quite well. And the Fool, Aries major arcana. See, the Fool with the Knight of Wands. It's very impulsive energy. Okay. And I feel like you don't think you can get on the same page with this person. Let me see the Eight of Cups in your actions. See, that could be why the retreat, Eight of Swords. Too much confusion. There's something here that keeps you locked up in your mind and brings out that Queen of Swords inside of you. Like when I see the Eight of Swords, it's like, oh no, 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 I don't trust this. Let me see the Eight of Cups. Yeah, I think you feel like this person could let you down, abandon you. And that could be Chiron speaking. We have that King of Cups again. Interesting. We have Judgment. Scorpio and Sagittarius energy. Regeneration. This could be somebody from your past. Maybe it is them that you witnessed this behavior in before, and that's why you don't trust them. But look at this hand reaching out up out of the soil. Again, we have that regeneration energy. So, Eight of Cups. Let me see. Judgment. We have the Hanged Man, Pisces, Major Arcana. The Hanged Man can be about a change in perspective or the need to see things from a different point of view. With the Eight of Swords, Queen of Swords, that's not necessarily happening right now. That's like, no, I know what I see. I know who this person is. But a hangman is kind of putting that into a different perspective, especially with judgment here. Okay, we'll see where that goes. I'm going to go further for sure. Maybe you want to ask this King of Cups something here. Let me see. The King of Cups in your surrounding energy. Oh, wow. Okay. We have the Devil, Capricorn's Major Arcana, Saturn energy. Saturn and Chiron are in contact right now. And Saturn is all about the hard lessons that we've learned. It can be about repeating cycles of time in our life. And Saturn, let me just think what I was going to say there. Okay, the thought's gone, but anyway, it'll come back. The Devil can also represent the things that we're afraid of. And as I mentioned, I feel like Chiron is being, when I see this Queen of Swords, Eight of Swords, I feel like Chiron is being activated for you. Something about abandonment here. We have the Two of Swords, the 2 and the 8, the 10 of Swords. This Queen of Swords is the guiding force for you right now. The Two of Swords, see how those swords are crossed over the heart chakra and she's blindfolded? It's like, I'm not going to make a move until I'm perfectly clear about something. But this is under a new moon up here. We just had a new moon in Leo a couple weeks ago. It's the crossroads in the heart, and the new moon doesn't let off a whole lot of light for the mind to be able to see something clearly. Eight of Swords. You can't. You need to ask this King of Cups something. The Devil can be a little bit of mental fixation, refusal with the Two of Swords to see it any other way. Can I see the Two of Swords? The Four of Pentacles. And then I see the Five of Wands. Oh, yeah. You're holding on to this pretty tight. And I think inside of you, there's a little bit of a battle raging up. The Five of Wands is in an internal struggle. It's like you're getting in your own way. So holding back here, that, like I said, it's stoking a fire inside of you. Something here you want to know. Can I see strength in the challenge? No, I'll just take this. Okay. We have the moon. We are between the moon cycle right now. We're less than on the 9th, the day after Lionsgate, Leo energy here. On the 9th of August, full moon in Aquarius. This could be a 6-month cycle coming to an end for you. But remember when I talked about the moon and what can't be seen, and the Queen of Swords doesn't like what can't be seen. But there's something here about having the courage to find out. Because with the Two of Swords, I feel like there's some kind of clarity you could get, but you're not. For some reason, oh, look, I do like this. There's the Ace of Swords. There's the clarity. There's one sword. So it's about having the courage to ask for the clarity. So why don't you? There's something here you're afraid of knowing, I feel. Queen of Swords is very protective. We have the Queen of Pentacles coming out with that, which is also very interesting. Because the Queen of Pentacles doesn't like to waste her energy or efforts or time into things that are fruitless, and she knows what's good for her, and she knows what will grow and yield over time. Ace of Pentacles, before I invest. Something like that. Let's see. Let me see the Five of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles can be very nurturing energy as well. The sadness and regret here. Five of Cups, or longing. The Six of Swords, okay? There's that Ace of Swords on the bottom. Who's underneath? Eight of Pentacles, okay. And then the Five of Swords, we get the Five of Swords, Six of Swords, Five of Cups. This Queen of Swords is so active in the mind, in the mind, in the mind. The Queen of Swords to the Five of Swords, this is about kind of dropping the defenses. The Five of Swords ultimately is a defensive card. It's about trying to gather up all of the spoils of war so that nobody can use these against you at a later time. And then moving forward onto something more peaceful. Now, swords are our thoughts, it's our mind, and that's all going on inside of you. Potentially, now there could have been arguments here also, though, that you regret. Something you need to know. Ace of Swords, there's definitely something you need to know. Let's get a little bit deeper. What do we have? Is this the naked? Yeah, naked heart. Which happens to have justice on the bottom of the deck. Libra energy, air energy. You could have strong Libra in your chart, but right now Venus just entered there. The justice is karmic justice, is balance and harmony. It's also about truth. And there's something here about truth. Let me go back to this Eight of Swords. What happened here? Why do you have the Eight of Swords? What don't you want to see? Interesting. The Three of Wands, Two of Wands. Remember we saw it on the bottom of the deck? You could be at a distance from whoever this is on top of all of it. We got a lot of moon energy. We got a King of Cups. There's a lot of mysterious energy here. But the Three of Wands is about plotting your course going forward. It's about setting your vision on a future. But it's like you don't want, you're stopping doing that right now for some reason. Eight of Swords to the Three of Wands. All right, well then let me see Judgment in the Eight of Cups. Are you walking toward or away? You do have the Angel of Love here. Interesting. Oh, wow. Okay. But we have the Emperor, Divine Masculine. We have Mars here. The Emperor is Aries energy, but for me as a reader, Capricorn and Taurus too. Father, husband. The Emperor is about taking control over. Are you walking towards this? Emperor, let me see. On the bottom of the deck, I see Death and Rebirth, Scorpio energy, regeneration, transformation. And this could be about you seeing this person in a different way. Let me see. Another five with the Five of Pentacles. And on the bottom, I see the King of Pentacles. Okay. King and Queen of Pentacles. There's a lot of cards about feeling lack here, feeling abandoned, feeling like there's going to be loss in some way. We have this abandonment energy. Okay. And I see the Devil and the King of Cups. More on that King of Cups. What? Look what it is. It's the Two of Cups. And I said, let me see if you're walking away or walking toward. You're walking toward. This is what's missing from that Eight of Cups. Soulmate energy. And that is why Chiron here is being activated for you. I get it. That's usually the case. It's actually what love is designed to do. But you're afraid. Let me see. You are strength. And then we have the Ace of Cups. Now, the Ace of Cups is a brand new beginning as well, but I think it's an offer again. Let me see one more on the Ace of Cups. You're holding on to this new beginning. And, okay, it's requiring that you believe in yourself. 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. There's a lot here about you protecting your heart. Yeah. Oh, the Queen of Cups. I see. Cancer energy. There's a lot here about you protecting your heart. The Queen of Swords and Queen of Cups come out to me a lot in a reading together because they are the balancing, like I said, counterpoints for each other. This is you stepping out, changing your mindset. In the intro, I talked about the energy of Cheroklo and how love is what heals. And this is healing from the Queen of Swords into the Queen of Cups, the open-hearted nurturing. And this is toward offering love here. Who's this King of Cups for you? Because this is somebody that I feel you, 9 of Swords, yeah. This is somebody I feel that you don't trust, though. Now, you maybe don't trust them based on things from your past, Queen of Swords, that don't have anything to do with this person, but they also could. You would know that for sure. The thing with the King and Queen of Cups is their connection is undeniable. That 2 of Cups, they each have one. Okay. The Naked Heart. Beautiful. This is a bonus card in this deck. It lays between the World, which we have here, the completion of a cycle, and the Fool, the beginning of a brand new one. But in order, we saw the Fool hiding, remember? But in order to have a brand new beginning, you got to have a brand new heart. And that means dropping the Queen of Swords, dropping the 8 of Swords, and allowing your heart to be open and a new story to be born. The Naked Heart is ready for a new script. It's not carrying with it 8 swords, 9 swords, 2 swords. And the 6 of Wands, that's beautiful. Remember, we saw the 5 of Wands? The 6 of Wands is about you believing that everything you've been through is truly what actually makes you more beautiful. It's victory over that internal struggle. Okay, let me see the offer here with the Queen of Pentacles. You do know it's good. There's the 2 of Wands back here as well. Now 2 of Wands and 2 of Wands is 4 of Wands. We have 2, 3, 4 of Wands mathematically. 4 of Wands is celebration, it's success. There definitely could be travel. Let me see. What don't you know? Let's go there. The 4 of Cups to the 5 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is a card. Was there a separation in this situation? There could have been. Let me have one more on that 4 of Cups. Maybe you don't know how they feel. You don't know if they'll accept this offer. The Knight of Cups. Interesting. No, this is you. And you're still hesitating, though, making this offer, this confession, or offering the contents of your heart, which is what the Knight of Cups does. But we do have a couple of Knights here as well. So I'm still getting that you're not sure you can trust this person. Knight of Cups is very romantic, very sweet. Okay. There's the King. King's hiding on the bottom here. Can I see the 5 of Cups? There's the 2 of Cups over here with that King and Queen. We have the King of Pentacles coming back out. And the Queen of Pentacles. Commitment. Here's that offer. Temperance card. Both of these queens, the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, very nurturing energy, has this Temperance. It's a card about patience. It is a card about understanding that it takes the perfect kind of spiritual alchemy and divine timing to bring together two soulmates. We have that Two of Cups. In the Temperance card, that's the two cups being mixed together, the King and the Queen of Cups. Nurturing, patience. One more. And then Scorpio again with death. And we also have a lot of death and rebirth here. One more. Somebody could be undergoing quite a transformation here. Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords. It's Queen of Swords energy. Remember, swords are our thoughts, stories that we tell ourselves. And the Seven of Swords can be kind of vicious. It can be bringing up memories from your past to, again, mitigate the fear. This can be a card, though, with the Moon about fear of hidden things. Remember I said you're afraid to know what the truth is, I think? And the Nine of Swords is that. But what if they're lying? What if something's being hidden? What if they're cheating? Let's have one more on that Nine of Swords. That's the Death card. The Magician is Virgo and Gemini energy. This is interesting to me because look how much the Magician card in this deck, those three wands with their bones framing the eye, is similar to this three wands. The Magician is the master manifester working with these aces. We have Ace Swords, Ace Cups, Ace Pentacles, and then we have the Sun. Leo's major arcana. One more with the Magician. But don't you trust? I'm telling you, there's something here you're very... The Six of Pentacles. On the bottom, I see the Page of Swords. And this is observing somebody, watching them closely at a distance. And maybe what you're looking for is some kind of, to see if it will be equal. Because again, I feel like you don't trust them. The Sun again, yeah. Let me ask the King of Cups a question. With the tattoo, which I haven't gone to in a while. King of Cups, Two of Cups, Queen of Cups. Oh. How do they feel about you, this King of Cups? How do they feel about you? Judgment. One more. Both have that. This could be strong past life energy, activating that wound. Let me see. Could be the past in this life too, though. The Ten of Wands. One more. A lot about completing a path here. Okay. The Five of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Hierophant. No surprise to see the Lovers there. The Lovers is Gemini's major arcana, and it is a very, very deep soul connection. One that usually sends us to some kind of crossroads in our life where we need to make a choice. Two of Wands, Two of Swords. And in this case, the choice is something that you can't really see that clearly. You're going to have to trust your heart with that Queen of Cups. The Five of Pentacles here and the Five of Pentacles there is the Ten of Pentacles. And then we have the Hierophant, Taurus's major arcana. The Hierophant has to do with our belief systems, but also it has to do with the commitments that we make. King and Queen of Pentacles. There could be a very serious commitment here, or at least the potential for one. about making the choice to become committed in some way. Let's have one more with the Hierophant. The Knight of Wands. And then the Eight of Swords, which we have over here. I'm not like, there could be a history in your past or this person's past. Because what I'm getting here is you kind of both don't trust each other. You kind of both have this fear of abandonment. Because there's a lot of fives and a lot of feeling of black on both sides. Okay. That's crazy. Let's go to the star codes. Let's get some astrological energy on this for you. Now, these nights also can be about communication too. Okay, let's see what's this about. We have Mars, and then we have Aries. Look at all that masculine energy there. And we saw the Emperor as well. And I said this person, death and rebirth, they seem to have undergone some kind of transformation. If it's somebody that you know from the past. And it's like you can't see it, or you don't want to, or you don't trust it. But also it can be based on, look what's on the bottom. No joke. Chiron. But with the Magician and the Six of Pentacles here, they could actually be wanting to do some kind of work with you. The midheaven or the pinnacle. The midheaven is like the convergence of all the energies in our birth chart, but it's also kind of the crux of the situation. Things reaching a pinnacle. And then action here with Aries and Mars. Wow. Very fiery energy. Let's see. We have the 9th house, which is the house of exploration. It's Jupiter energy. It's the house of entering into the unknown, new learning, new experiences. Again, there could be travel, could be at a distance here. And then Jupiter, the planet of luck. Very strong. And there's the 2nd house, which is the house of career and money. And I got something with this King and Queen of Cups here about you two working together and you changing the way you see this person or this Queen of Swords energy. Let's put it that way. Let's get you one more. I love that Jupiter and the 9th house ending the reading. And then we have the Aries energy, and you see what that says on the bottom? Probably not. It says nurture. Periclo. Nurturing. You may see the gifts inherent in this person, in this King of Cups, before they do. If you're the Queen of Cups, you would. Okay. All right, let's do you a romance angel for sure. I know this reading is long, but it's an important transit because of what I said, the way it's accessing everything right now. Yeah, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Now, this Queen of Swords can be waiting for this King of Cups to grow up a bit, or understand the connection. Okay. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Is it you? Are you hiding your feelings? Are they? Make the effort. Periclo. Great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. And the Queen of Cups is who is guided by the heart. Queen of Swords by the mind. That's why you have an 8 in your heart, 8 of Swords. You can't explain your heart using it. Doesn't work that way. On the bottom, separation, time apart from your partner. 2 of Wands, you're watching them. Okay. Let's get you a couple of talismans. Consider these to be like power words that you can take away from the reading with you. If they resonate, which I hope this reading did, I hope it was helpful to you in some way. Remember what I said. Not everything I say will be the way. Okay. What fell on the floor? Oh, how interesting. It's Luna. It's the moon. The moon could play a very big role in this connection. Of course it does. The King and Queen of Cups here. We have destiny. And then we have confidence right here at the end. Navigation. That's Queen of Swords. Being really, really careful how you navigate this situation. I mean, I'm not saying you're being smart or not being smart, but Eight of Swords in the heart is a little bit alarming. Okay. Or you're like, I'm not going to let this person fully into my, okay, anyway, I could go. Let's close it off with a couple of cards from the Lover's Oracle. These can come out as advice, so please take it only as it resonates. Soulmate, right? Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Self-limiting beliefs, remember. Give thanks for the blessing of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Yeah, you got that Eight of Swords there. One more. Time. You're trying too hard. Give it time. We have Temperance. And that's also telling me that there's angelic guidance happening. There's work behind the scenes. Yeah, sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Yes, I would say that is the case. All right, guys, that's what I have for you. I love you very much. I'll see you soon. Namaste.